Oh, like that. What's up? What it do, what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor that I break down, effectively so, Mercury in Pisces. My inner Virgo is twitching because certain things are not uniform, but I think out of all the crazy transits, okay, my inner Virgo is twitching. You guys are gonna laugh. I'm a Gemini, I'm a 4th house Virgo, so this is why my inner Virgo is twitching. Watch. I'm sorry, I just couldn't give the transit talk without that door shut. Is it feng shui or do I have OCD? I don't know. I don't know. Thank you. Letterman jacket available in the store. Exclusive. Cop it. Join the Infinity Club. I could not give this transit talk without that door shut. The inner Virgo in me was just like, shut the door, shut the door, shut the door. All right. Other than that, I made sure to get a little bit fish-tarded. And yeah. If you remember, Mars in Capricorn was very intense. I was very serious because it was in Capricorn. Mercury's in Pisces. I'm just gonna chill. Got a little lit. I felt like if I was gonna break down a Neptunian transit, I had to alter my state of mind just a little bit. And I'm so glad I did. What's up, Joy? Salute, Brett. We're going to do a super magical ceremony. All right. I salute all the sun and moon and Pisces in this chat right now. Thank you. Your energy holding space is actually super crucial because a lot of, if you notice Mars in Capricorn, I wanted to get direct to the facts. I'm going to be vibing with y'all. Sun in Pisces, you're going to see what I'm doing. Moon in Pisces, you feel what I'm doing. But like, if there's anything you get from this transit talk, don't pay attention more to the rhetoric I'm speaking to you. Just read between the lines and feel more what I'm saying. What vibes, good, bad, ugly, beautiful, do you get what I'm saying? Because that's going to matter so much more than what I actually say. I'm going to be saying a lot of crazy shit too. So keep that in mind. And in that sense, because we have a lot of Pisces in this chat right now, your presence alone is going to add a whole water gang too. So here's a practical application. In a nutshell, Mercury in Pisces, which is going from February 3rd to April 10th, is fundamentally changing forever and ever the way your conscious mind processes magic and magical situations. From the first level of what even is magic, the second level of how magic occurs in your reality, the third level of how to see magic, and the fourth level of how to fully experience it. A transit like this is going to have you change your vocabulary, Mercury, from, oh, I saw a sign that showed me master numbers, to, oh, I just manifested a synchronicity. You see that subtle shift? So once again, here is the practical implications of a transit like this, where Mercury is retrograde in low-key duplicitous Pisces. Not that Pisces are duplicitous, but the negative attributes of Pisces with people who don't have integrity, who use that energy, can manifest something like this. I am in front of you right now, and I'm talking to you about a car. And everything that I'm saying about that car is factual. The car has about 5,000 miles on it. It's this make, it's this model. And like, you're super focused on everything that I'm saying. You're super focused about the details about everything that I'm saying. And everything that you're analyzing about what I'm saying is hyper focused on the rhetoric to make sure that what I'm saying is logical. And despite the fact that I'm telling you the truth and I'm being real with you, my soul and what I really feel is to completely screw you over. And in my head, I'm like, this person doesn't even know I'm going to finesse them. What I just gave you right now is an utterly horrible analogy and example. But the point of that is, just because somebody is giving you facts doesn't mean that their psychology and their true intent is any good. Once again, that was a horrible analogy. But this is why transit like this is going to fundamentally shift the way you see into all this anyway. And the culprit is Neptune. Neptune is dosing the collective mind. So I said your conscious mind, because the sun in astrology is your conscious awareness. This is what allows you to just be aware of things. And like, it's the spirit of the sun that actually allows us to see everything, because if the sun didn't exist, like, we wouldn't be aware of shit. But it's like a baby. But it's Mercury that allows you to rationally, with cognitive function, process the reality around you. Usually why people with higher degree Mercuries are just smarter or more intelligent, because they've reached the mastery. Just like people with higher degree Venuses, usually very beautiful. People with higher degree Mars, great athletes. Ironically, this was a study done that was replicated by skeptics, only for them to be surprised that it actually came true. So Mercury is important because, once again, the way your mind processes information, and we know Mercury's reputation, it's everywhere, just like data is everywhere in the form of molecules and other such phenomena. This is what allows your awareness to decipher and compartmentalize everything. Because if I didn't have Mercury in my chart, I would be aware of all this, but I wouldn't be able to discriminate, Virgo, what each thing is, okay? And what I really want to say is that Mercury is your rational mind. We could say the sun is your conscious awareness, but Mercury is more your rational mind that allows you cognition and the ability to communicate. It is Mercury that allows you to analyze. So now Mercury is transiting a zodiac sign that is the opposite of analysis and expressed forth through imagination. Mercury is not in the sign of Virgo that at some level depends on logic to make conscious sense about what it is you are experiencing. This is important because, like, just because it's not in Virgo doesn't mean that you have to analyze. But the fact that it's in Pisces is changing the function of how you process information to favor a way less analytical approach, and one and one that goes with the flow a little bit too recklessly here. For example, today, and see, like, I don't want to use this as an example of what you should do, but it's just a simple observation. So, like, I have class at 2:30. And then the class ends at 3:45. Once again, this is probably the worst example ever in life, but it hits home. So if Mercury was in Virgo, or a more rational thinking, because this doesn't have to apply in just Virgo, but if Mercury was in Virgo, it's like, okay, I have to get to class on time at 2:30 because I'm going to get to class on time and then leave class when I'm supposed to leave class. Well, Mercury is in Pisces. And so Mercury being in Pisces does not correlate my actions. I acted independently. But with the influence of Mercury in Pisces, once again, I'm not blaming Mercury in Pisces for this, but interestingly enough, I just, during a retrograde, right? Which is very amazing, by the way. Shout out to those of you who ordered yesterday. Remember how I was tripping yesterday, how they weren't able to schedule? Yeah, they don't know how they were able to do that too. But other than that, while Mercury is retrograde, for some reason, I go to class at 3:30, right? Thinking that my class starts at 3:30, which is super stupid because, like, I was not under the influence of any substances too, which is super stupid because, like, I've been going to this class at 2:30. It's not like I didn't know. It's not like I did not know my class started at 2:30, but for some reason, I leave my home like around 3, literally scheduling my readings around this just on the assumption that my class starts at 3:30. So I'm arriving to my class an hour late. But the exact moment I get to class, is right before we do and finish a quiz. And so I do the quiz and I leave the class, and it just flowed so perfectly. I don't want to really throw out tones of Pisces and going with the flow, but it's like I didn't really have to stress the details. I just had to go off whatever will I was going off. But once again, that boy D asked the greatest question. What the F does this mean? This means nothing at all. Okay, once again, Mercury is retrograde in the subspace dimension next to the trippiest planet of all time. And everything that you thought you knew and everything that you've been experiencing is kind of just flowing down a galactic toilet and smorgasbord of infinite possibilities. It's almost impossible to somewhat explain this without trying to make sense. So, you're good. So, I'm gonna put this camera up because you see how the camera is up, but you're hearing my voice, and like the sense is completely like gone. Like it makes no sense. That's Mercury retrograde, pi quantified. That's hilarious. So everything that was meaningful to you before is becoming meaningless, considering that we're getting ready to restart a new Mercury cycle like Venus is and process new things. So this is important because, like the true namesake of Why is this angle low-key satisfying? Isn't it though? Isn't it though? I'm kind of debating putting it back. It's like I could just keep this here. This is what brings the namesake of this transit talk its true meaning. Magic Mind Reboot. All right, y'all. Thank you for your patience. It's really hard to explain this in rational words because everything about this transit is geared to be unreasonably irrational. Like there's really no sense or no reason as to why certain things work out the way it does. It doesn't have a mechanism. And that's not even just because of the lack of Virgo energy. So this is what I'm gonna say. This Magic Mind Reboot is sponsored and brought to you by Neptune. Neptune in Pisces is ready to fundamentally override whatever semblance of logic you felt ruled your mind, and magic will reign supreme. See, Neptune came into Pisces 2012, and you thought you knew magic. You thought you knew it when it was in Aquarius, and then Pisces just swept you off your feet. You embraced a couple delusions, whether romantically or just a part of confusion, but now it's ready to just run tide and take over your entire world. The ability to process magic and the synchronicities that correlate and connect your intent with happenings in the world represents magic aptitude. Sun in Aries, but Sun in Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. These are 4 zodiac signs that can perceive magic. Any lack of logical energies will make them less or more out of touch with reality, but the ability to perceive happenings is purely mutable. And hence, Moon in these signs have an ability to be receptive to this too. Mercury and Venus as well. The reason why this is important, though, is this isn't Mercury's first rodeo with Neptune. For example, is it far-fetched for me to assume that in just one short year, your ability to discern psychic and paranormal phenomena is so much more on point? Almost as if it's aligning in focus, as if the perception is adjusting and you're getting so much better at not only recognizing this phenomena, but knowing how to experience it in your day-to-day reality. If Virgo are the minute facts that constitute reality, Pisces are the facts of the feelings that are the expression of the facts. So the reason why this Mercury retrograde is so iconic is your mind is rewiring all the cognitive neural pathways that are literally going to rework the way you process magical experiences. Thankfully, it's in Pisces, so it's the whole enchilada, and it's really more of a extended philosophy class mixed with a religious spirituality class than anything. So you're gonna find that, correct me if I'm wrong, your philosophy on life has been either triggered and challenged, or you've probably been changing ideas a lot. If you found that this has happened a lot more intensely, this is a good thing, because these Pisces transits are geared towards changing your perception. Remember, Pisces and the 12th house represents the end. And the end is meant to clear way for new cycles. When we step into Aries, which is a spring energy, and it flames forth new endeavors. So any transit that goes through Pisces is not only bringing up endings in your life, but definite cycle closers that bring up themes of completed understanding. And it's not so much that Mercury is tuning in to Neptune. This is what is allowing you to process mentally all this supernatural ability evolution that we have gone through. Because it's one thing to evolve, but if you can't perceive that you've gone through upgrades in your body, how are you going to experience it? Thank God Mercury is retrograding so that this can literally tune your mind. The reason why this isn't going to be a very complicated process for you is because Neptune is going to add its magical juice sauce and just pimp your mind beyond belief. Like everyone's going to be a super psychic in 2 weeks. You're going to wake up like super magic tomorrow. And see, for people who are born Pisces, this is already your life. But for those of you who aren't used to this Piscean energy, there's elements of irrational chaos and, I don't know, supernatural magic that's just going to overlap. See, the way to think of it is that elements of your own unconscious and fantasy are blending into this real world. Neptune is like a God broadband that taps you in to the divine and spiritual realms that help you harness extra dimensional vibrations that relate with aspects of your soul and the core of your energy. That's why Moon and Pisces individuals are literal divine conduits to God, to like omnipotent essence and power. So this Mercury and Pisces transit is taking all the knowledge that we have discerned while it was in Aquarius, and it's literally tuning your very being to understand when people are throwing spells at you in this frame war, and to help you read between the lines and see patterns in ways that will only be unique to who you are as an individual. But it gets even better. You're literally going to come up with like magic spells that are repetitive, not repetitive, that are repeatable and consistent and work. And it's not like you're going to pull them out your ass. They're all based off of everything you've been doing in your lifestyle the past 6 months to 6 years. So this is really amazing, y'all. Ha ha. Oops. Yeah, so what's amazing about this even more is it's going to end on April 10th. The moon is definitely something you want to follow with this Mercury transit, because when Mercury is 29 degrees, April 10th, coming out of Pisces into Aries, the moon is going to be trining at 29 degrees Scorpio. So what if you're super magical already, but you've lived your life in that energy? Would tomorrow feel different? That's a really good question. So wax and wane, so many of you are super magical already. The distinction that I'm making are between those who are not aware of this magic and rule it out to coincidence and accident, and people like you who are aware of magic in their lives and co-create with it. If it's like you, what's up, Mish? If it's like you, which I believe many people watching, if you're watching this, you have some awareness of magic to where you believe astrological patterns influence your life. So you at least have up to an Aquarius awareness of magic, which is really lit. So your already super magical life, what's up, Sarah Prayer, is going to open up to a greater level that expands other people. If you've already mastered that to where you're aware of it, you're now manifesting relationships with other people who now bring their magical world. Holy shit, this is that Mercury in Pisces retrograde bullshit. Listen, I had a DoorDash person steal my goddamn food. This shit is real. All right. And as this motherfucker was lying to my face, I knew he was lying to my face. All I could think was, you got me, Mercury. You got me, Mercury. I didn't even think this retrograde was going to be a big deal. This motherfucker lied to the DoorDash. DoorDash had to call me knowing he was lying, trying to catch him in a lie. I call him. He want to be like, yeah, man, I'm sorry. Like, I just couldn't get your food. Can I talk to the manager on the phone? Oh, no, the manager is being an asshole. Like, he was saying, I was saying I wanted large. He said, oh, we only have medium tops. And like the whole time I'm like, wow, this dude is lying. This dude just got a free meal. And all I got was a refund. This guy just got a free meal lying in my face, talking about, yeah, I'm sitting in line and there are people honking behind me, and there's no one honking. But like, I can't say anything because I got my refund from DoorDash. And it is what it is. 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 This is the duplicitous, mercurial, and Pisces energy that you don't want to avoid. It's not meant to avoid or like cancel out. You're going to be able to see this dynamic in a totally new way. But you know what? I don't know if you've been sensing like a slight discomfort from me because I'm trying to make this make sense. And that's what I need to stop doing, trying to make this make sense. Let me just be honest, guys. This is what my heart, I've been trying to say this mentally. I'm going to say what my heart wants to say. Magic is an ever-present existence. So what makes a magician different than a muggle is not magical ability. Everyone has magical ability. Everyone has psychic ability. Everyone has cognitive function, right? But the magician is the practitioner who acknowledges and not believes, acknowledges and sees that magic is a co-creator in their experience. Magic isn't like a tool you use. It's alive, just like you're alive, just like life is alive, just like the universe is alive. So magic is the ability to acknowledge this presence, not as a force you manipulate and control, but as an ever-present reality that literally experiences you. Magic and life experience you on a day-to-day spiritual basis where your soul contains this experience and your spirit expresses it. So Mercury is taking the past 3 years in cycles and it's wrapping around understanding of how to take your entire life, how to take all the stuff you're good at and create badass magical abilities and spells. Okay. So the reason why this is hard to say is this is all off the heels of you literally activating supernatural power with Mars and Capricorn, where you're going to apply that into like amazing ways to perceive reality, thus creating like legendary tier divine magic spells. That's really the best way I can say this. And that's going to be fun, but this is all preparing you for war. Remember, this is all going into Aries. So you're about to step in. You're not about to. You're stepping in right now. Yes, we are walking ritual. You're literally stepping in right now to a super magnification of your abilities. Like this Mercury in retrograde is supposed to augment your reality so that you can experience what it means truly and really to have supernatural ability. To where it's see, and once again, this is why it's hard for me to say, because not all chances are, if you're watching this, you already harness supernatural ability. Okay. By the way, many of the superpowers you're going to be awakening is to completely eradicate and quit your addictions. That's a superpower too. But once it's super manifestations is how this is going to start, because Uranus is in Taurus. The expression before you start, have you ever seen The Magicians? If you've seen The Magicians, where like people manifest their intent, and there's a whole school and there's a whole like there's a whole like world around it. Collectively as a society, we're headed there. Okay, where you can do spells and it warps reality. We're headed there as a society, 2026. By the time Uranus is in Aquarius, Neptune is in Aries, Uranus is in Gemini, all that shifts. This is where initially the magic society begins. Okay, so before that, our bodies need to shed old conditioning, and we're literally preparing ourselves for when it's just going to be streaming. It's not going to be we're all master magicians, though. Everyone is adding substance to their craft now that it's in Taurus. So the Magi stuff is from Uranus in Gemini to Virgo. By the time it's in Virgo, you're like people are going to school to learn advanced magic. All right, maybe it'll start in Gemini, but by the time it's Virgo, like prestigious institutions. This is how radical the shift that we're headed in is, to where what I'm saying is clearly controversial, but every bit is true. It's in Taurus right now. So the way this manifests is in physical, material, or I was going to say the way this applies is in manifestation. Before like you start heading into the higher magical applications, well, some of you already do, you're going to find this power is manifesting through manifestations. So Mercury in Pisces is going to be teaching you throughout this next month how to perceive your reality so you can manifest instantly. Okay. I'm going to share a story of something that kind of rocked my mind, which is really dumb, because I read E Squared and E Cubed by Pam Grout, and this is homework. You need to read E Squared and E Cubed by Pam Grout. That is literally this transit in a nutshell. It's literally energy experiments that change the way you look at reality. So the first experiment that I did was to set an intention and give the universe a time limit. I was like, oh, we doing this now? We doing this now? And I'm just so mad that it worked. I'm just so mad that it worked, because I was like, I could have done this the whole time. The first time I ever read that book, I was like, okay, shoot, I need $1,000. I need $1,000, and I'm giving you a 48-hour time limit. And the whole thing is, once you set the time limit, you have to let it go. Okay, you don't worry about how you get it. And like the time limit was starting to go down later, and I started tripping. I was like, see, this is why I don't be praying. I don't want to be praying, because I ain't trying to get my prayer is not answered. Only for me to end the rant like a stupid idiot and look that I had already received $1,000 to my phone. This was years ago. This was years before I talked to Jupiter to get $200, and a Sagittarius less than 3 hours later sent me that exact amount. Okay, so like this is the energy experiments are literally just geared to make you realize how easy, how effortless your manifestation ability is. And because all of this is drawing from the power of Capricorn, it's going to be really, really real. E Squared and E cubed. I just told you one experiment. There's literally like, I think at least 5 in both books, and they all work. And it's an experiment, so it's no BS. It's like guaranteed. It's like, if you don't do it, if it doesn't work, you can call them out type stuff. But E squared and E cubed, it's on Amazon too, by Pam Grout. So that happened years ago. Okay, let me tell you how amazing this transit is. I told myself 2 days ago. Okay, I am going to make $10,000 appear on my left hand. And I hate it because I'm so slow. That like I didn't even get it until a little after. Like I didn't realize this as it was happening. I'm gonna blame Mercury and Taurus for that. But like I told myself, straight Mercury and Pisces, like we are going to break the boundaries of, and I'm only saying this story because I guarantee you that you manifested an experience as well, either before I did or as I did. So it's not just me. I'm telling you this because as I tell you this, you have a story that mirrors exactly this, okay? I tell myself, I will not go to sleep, I will not eat, and I will not use the internet. I incurred restrictions, Saturn in Capricorn, so that I can focus my energy and manifest $10,000 in my left palm. I swear to God. And like for a hot minute as a Gemini, I was focused. Like I felt all my energy shift. And like I was like, I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at how crazy that is because I was dead ass serious. All right, so yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. Cool. So, the first thing I do after I make this restriction is I fall asleep. I was mad too when I woke up. I was like, damn. I didn't stay, like something in me just was peaceful asleep though. But the first thing I do is I fall asleep. I stayed true though. I didn't eat. The one thing I didn't do was eat. Okay. And in less than 24 hours, it trips me out. Like I'm so slow because like I didn't realize it until after the fact. With my right hand, I took this mouse. And with only a few clicks, I had upwards of $11,000 in my PayPal account. And it wasn't until hours later, I was just like, oh, I did it. Holy shit. But if I was stuck in it, having to be from materially on my left hand, I would have been like, oh, wow. So that just let me know the game is changing. And I did not do that because I'm some master magician that can do magic. This is basic manifestation that is available to everyone. I'm just saying the story though, because of how clueless I was, how I didn't even realize it until after the fact. Like, oh, this is literally what I had to spend. But I feel like that wouldn't have happened if I didn't spend that time visualizing and manifesting it, okay? Even though if you look at this retrospectively, it's not really magic what I did. Like I set an intention and I made it happen. But like I had no idea how I was gonna make this happen. A valuable opportunity just came up. I'm gonna say that. But that's me. Yeah, the left hand's the receiving hand and the right hand made it happen. Okay. It did not. The whole point of this story, though, is it did not happen the way I visualized and expected it to happen. But at the end of and I'm still going to do the same, but at the end of the day, The whole purpose of this experiment, because this is an energy experiment I did, the whole purpose of this energy experiment, I promise, it was perfectly legal how I got this money. I did not get this money. That did sound dirty. I did not get this money illegally. It's perfectly legal. But like, yeah, the whole notion behind this energy experiment was to put myself subconsciously in a space where I had no choice but to do it. So I was just going, sure, where I had no choice but to just do it. So that's really why the whole point of this was to break through. In fact, I'm going to do the same thing too. The reason why I did something as extreme as like manifesting money in the palm of my hand, yes, E squared and E cubed. E cubed is 3. E to the third, my bad, E cubed. But yeah, so the whole notion of having money comes in the hand, it's not for me to get money, it's so that I do something impossible. And that is actually my homework to you. So the Saturn and Capricorn homework is to read E squared and E cubed. Okay, I'm gonna read it again too. The Uranus and Taurus hack. So you have to do the homework. You don't have to do the hack. I'm gonna do the hack and take it to the next level. Okay, because I'm not satisfied. I'm very ungrateful. The Uranus and Taurus hack. It is not enough. I must do the impossible. Okay. The Uranus and Taurus hack is to do something impossible. Because the whole purpose of this transit is to break you through into a whole new mode of experiencing reality that transcends the old model. We're closing out this cycle. The way you process reality is ending. You're stepping into something. And thank you, Sharon. You're right. I did. And I'm going to acknowledge that. I'm definitely going to acknowledge that. The thing is, just keep in mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're stepping into a legendary breakthrough in not only the way you manifest, but the way you be. So read E squared, read E cubed, read anything that really opens your mind. The Uranus and Taurus hack is to do something. Yes, my sun is in Gemini. Do anything, or you don't have to do anything. So you don't have to do anything, okay? But make something impossible happen. Make something impossible happen. And in order to do this hack, let me give you the formula. Saturn and Capricorn, Pluto and Jupiter, sextile Neptune and Pisces, sextile Uranus and Taurus, okay? So what's the Saturn? The Saturn, you're going to harness Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter. You want them to do the work for you, okay? And you do that by incurring a restriction, a nen restriction, right? Place a restriction on yourself. I decide to do A, B, or C. And until I do that, I will not D, E, or F, okay? Or this can't happen. This is so very important because this adds greater power to what you're about to intend. Since a limitation, Saturn, is being incurred, this is going to focus so much more of your energy. Thank you, Renee. Then we're going to go to the next step is sextile to Pisces. So now we're going to get Neptune and Pisces with it. What do you want to make happen? Okay. I want to make a blue buffalo appear right behind me. What's up? Okay. Uranus and Taurus is the blue buffalo, but Neptune and Pisces, is it just magically appearing from thin air? I'm using an extremely extreme example. You don't have to do anything as extreme as I'm doing. I'm just purposely using a stupidly extreme example. And it's like, yeah. So once again, the hack is to make that buffalo appear. Does that sound crazy? Good. Because I'm not crazy enough. The Harvard School of Divinity. So who wants to make a promise with me? because I'm crazy as fuck. I'm a Gemini man. I'm making that blue buffalo appear behind me. Well, I'm going to vanish it before it takes a dump and I have to clean my carpet. Are you going that far? The key to go that far is to not figure out how. Neptune is going to guide you. Neptune guiding you is not a cardinal sign that tells you what to do. Neptune guides you through an experience that's not results based. This is the essence of magic. Pisces, you don't count. Pisces go somewhere, okay? Don't listen to any of the Pisces. Pisces do this shit every day. They literally live and breathe this shit. So you don't count Sun Pisces or Moon in Pisces. Shout out to the Neptune conjunct people. But yes, this is the essence of magic. And the reason, see, it's important to know how to do magic, but the reason why you don't want to know how is because Neptune is guiding you unconsciously to learn a new way. Why? Because you've evolved. It makes no sense. Like up until this point, you've been conscious of magic with your old wounds, with the old sense of yourself. You have now just spent the last 6 months outgrowing every facet of your being. And as such, it's time for you to now upgrade the way you can catch up with your higher self's imagination and mind. So I'm going to have to say this again, especially for those of you with the initiation of the secret path. Holler. You're going to make that blue buffalo appear. And this is why your whole understanding of magic in this short month is going to fundamentally shift. Remember, Mars is eventually going to pass through this. So by the time Mars passes through this, you're going to be acting off of whatever you process. The purpose of this transit, my body literally just did this on its own. So by the time this is over, I'm going to understand more the causality and effects of this. That's just an example. But what's very important is it's not so much that you're going to manifest the blue buffalo. That's Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus is the unconventional quality of how innovative everything you're manifesting is. Holy shit, it's a blue buffalo. Neptune and Mercury and Pisces is going to teach you how you do the blue buffalo, because it's going to be different for everyone. Some people are air signs. They just have to say blue buffalo. Some people are fire signs. Maybe they have to just see the blue buffalo. Some people are water signs. Maybe they have to feel the process, or maybe they just have to throw water on themselves and then like do a dance. Earth signs, maybe they have to build a clay mold and then it becomes a blue buffalo. The point is, it's going to be unique to who you are. But because you're having to effectively unlearn the way you process information, the best way that you're going to get through this transit is literally to just say nothing and feel your way through. That's why, once again, what I'm saying is less important than what you're vibing from this, because everything my soul is saying is totally different. And I really want to encourage you to take this to the next level. For those of you who do, please email me. Please email me, especially with your chart, what you did. For those of you who actually make that blue buffalo appear, and that's an analogy for those of you who make the impossible happen. First of all, you graduate. Second of all, I want you to email me what you did and your chart so that we can actually, pinpoint how this happened. It's going to be great research. Nah, my chart is a secret. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I hope you don't have any Scorpio or Cancer. Oh, or 8th house. Let me find out. But it's time to take it to the next level. Now, what's the purpose of this really? Why are we taking stuff to the next level? Why is this retrograde reconfiguring the way we process magic so that we can understand it at levels deeper than ever possible? Because Mercury during Aries season is going to enter Aries. And when Mercury enters Aries, it's game time. What's going to happen is at the tail end of Mercury and Pisces, it's going to be trining Moon and Scorpio. You're going to integrate at a deep core level a crazy understanding of your personal juju and how you work your magic. Because put it this way, Mercury in Aquarius is you reading a study book about how to craft spells. Mercury in Aquarius that's what y'all were doing. Like, you were learning the function of spells. You were learning, and that's an example. You were learning how to actually, the knowledge of spell crafting, how to say the spell. You were actually reading spells you can use. Mercury in Aquarius is you actually practicing it. It's you actually, okay, let me try this spell that I learned. Oh, crap. Okay, let me try this spell. Oh, I need to work on that. I'm trash. I need to get better. Oh, I'm really good at this spell. Oh, I'm going to put this in the cut because this is going to go in Mercury, fam. And now, by the end of Mercury in Pisces, you have it mastered. By the end of Mercury in Pisces, you have a whole spell book you're going to use because you've actually done it. You know what works in the field. You know exactly how to use it. And by the way, everything that sparks now, by the time Mercury is in Virgo, you're going to master. So just know you're mastering at a basic level. But how to spell words. Once this goes into Aries, okay, now I'm actually using the magic in battle. And like, there's not a lot of time until April. Because it's like, and this is for people who take it to the next level. Yeah, I think I am Aldebaran son. Hunter x Hunter type stuff. Nas, this is literally Hunter x Hunter. Like, if you're fluid with Hunter x Hunter lingo, humanity just had a collective Nen awakening. And now it's like, holy crap. How well can you master your life force energy? Because if you can't, people are going to be using their Hatsu on you, and it's about to be like ugly. So all these spells you're practicing, for some of you, maybe you don't craft spells, maybe you live a healthy lifestyle. Okay, well, you're definitely making sure your routine and lifestyle is analogous with your spirituality, because you're going to have to apply that. You're now going to be defining your character once this is in Aries, and Magic Wars kicks off. People are going to be doing spells at you. So did you practice your spells during Mercury and Pisces? See, it's retrograde now. So the whole way you look at casting spells is going to be so different. You're going to realize, oh, I tried too hard. I don't have to make the spell happen. I have to let the spell happen me. I just wanted to sound smart. But it's going to be some kind of crazy pseudo realization like that. And this is the best part. It's going to be a pseudo realization. It's not going to be something that makes factual sense. If anything, it's going to be something that makes little to no sense, but still gives you a deep breakthrough and understanding. Because it's not about making sense of it as much as it is just understanding and feeling it. Keep that in mind. Water signs, this is going to make a lot of sense. Earth and air signs, you might be a bit apprehensive about this. What's very, very, very important too is not only are you going to understand more how to craft these spells, the whole retrograde portion of this is going to hit the sun. Okay. So it's the 19th. Oh shit, guys. The new moon is the 23rd. Okay. So the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th. But basically, yeah. Next week, it's going down, y'all. The 23rd to the 26th. First of all, this retrograde just went underway. So Mercury retrograded right before it hit Neptune. I want you to see that as the collective mind jacked in its energy with the divine God conscious source. Is it the God conscious source? Factually, it doesn't have to be. But I'm just giving you an analogy, right? So Mercury has retrograded because now it's come to a realization, now that it has finished its prior cycle since last year and jacked in. What do we know that is different from last time it retrograded to this time? Well, last time Mercury was on Neptune, Jupiter was in Sagittarius. That shit was ugly. So the imagination and tapping into magic clashed with your beliefs. And this was now, why are you gay? Why are you gay? To all the people who were, this is where so many people were struggling in their belief of magic, because Jupiter and Sagittarius now forced a more critical view on everything that you really believed so that you can shed old beliefs. The thing that's very, very, very important is that now that you've adjusted your focus with Jupiter that was squaring Mercury, it's sextile in Capricorn. So now you're coming into realization of everything that does work. And this is why the retrograde is now a realization of, oh, I just came up with a new understanding. Now I have to go back and tell the sun. So 23rd to the 26th is our major epiphanies, because we have the new moon where you're coming into an intellectual understanding and also a spiritual awareness of how to literally, if we use the earlier analogy, craft your spells. What does that mean? Right now that you're watching this right now, you have magic spells that you use without even knowing. Some of you have the resting bitch face spell. Some of you have the nag nag spell. Some of you have the talk and just divulge information that you shouldn't divulge spell. Most of you just be spell crafting without even really knowing you're spell crafting. Some of you actually are really about this magical life and you got some spells in the cut. Well, this is totally upgrading the ability for you to have spells. Neptune is like, yo, you still using those low grade spells? Bro, I got these higher advanced spells. Do these with these lunar cycles. It'll hook you up. Everyone is getting divine downloads unique to you, right? So this is like, oh, this is so much better than the last year of spells I did. Okay, now I have to replan everything I do based on this new situation I'm in. That's happening right now. This is either already happening or it's happening. The 23rd is going to come, okay? And now this is where you come up with a brand new lifestyle, a brand new spiritual path, a brand new magic spell that you're going to perfect for the next 6 months. This is why this is important. Because this realization is going to have you see this in your reality. And the moon, right? Brooklyn, such a good question. Should I actually be doing spells? The real question is, when are you not doing spells? Because your subconscious alone does like 100 spells a minute and you're barely aware of it. This is just for the average person, okay? Moon is in Capricorn right now, downloading all the wisdom and insight about your superpower, about your supernatural awakening, and about what the hell you can actually do. This is going to come into an Aquarius, and the balsamic phase is going to redefine your knowledge of every experience in your life, because this is why you now need to release old knowledge. What you used to know doesn't matter anymore, because the stuff you can do transcends the whole stuff you were on like weeks ago. This is going to come into a new cycle, a new understanding, and you're definitely going to put all together the completion and mastery of your greatest self. This is all happening right now. And this is very important, because this is a new experience. We just manifested new power, and then that led into new knowledge. And with new power and new knowledge of that power, you're now manifesting a brand new experience, a brand new way to be, a brand new way to do what you're doing. This is coming up on you. Pause. So keep that in mind, because this is not only going to shock you guys, this is going to fundamentally change the way you perceive existence itself. Here's a great example. If you knew that you had a magical genie that depends on your own soul energy to exist materially in this realm, so there's at least some zero-sum consequence, would that change your entire life? How would that change your entire way of even seeing into energy? I'm going to ask that question one more time. If you had a magical genie on call that exchanged your own spirit and soul energy for it, so like in order for it to manifest in this reality, it draws on your spirit and soul energy. Maybe some people have infinite energy, they can have it forever. Maybe some people, they have more power but not a lot of energy. Maybe after 2 hours they start getting tired and they just have to regain. If you knew you can connect with an entity like that, how would that change fundamentally everything you do? Certain things that you do now, you would never do again. All right. This is now ending old patterns, old routines, old actions, because it's going to go into Aries, and everything that you're doing, like April forward, is new. You connect with people new or different. The way you walk is new or different. And this is as simple as just upgrading and evolving every year, because this happens every year. It's just this year is the year, and technically next year. But this year is the year where you fundamentally change forever the way you do this, because last year, Jupiter was in Sagittarius, so you couldn't see properly magic. Your belief in magic was changing forever. And you know I'm telling the truth, because last year, Jupiter in Sagittarius was like, yo, B, your magic is trash. You don't even believe for real. Look at you doing all this real shit. Like you need to pimp out your magic. Your magic is trash. And that was a big blow to a lot of us. We didn't want to be told that our magic crafting was trash. We did not want to be told that, but Jupiter showed us. Jupiter was like, yo, you're doing too much, homie. You're doing too much. Your magic is trash. Let me work with you. And now it's in Capricorn. And now Uranus is no longer in Aries. So we have Moon, Sun, Mercury retrograde, Neptune. Are you kidding me? What? And then the second house is Chiron, Venus, right? It was mad humbling. And then the third house is Uranus in Taurus. Do you know what language that is? That means everything that you are imagining is materializing third house Taurus into your reality. And so this already happens at an unconscious level. This new cycle is going to adjust your focus to where not only are you able to be aware of what you've been doing. So it's not like you're going to learn how to do magic spells for the first time. It's that you're going to learn how to master the spells you've been doing consciously and unconsciously. And I'm going to stick with the theme of magic spells, because this is really all about upgrading your sense of magic anyway. And, you know, if you don't, because some of you believe in magic, but you don't really believe in magic. Like some of you believe in magic as more like a tool to use instead of like a living present being. Okay. Magic is prominent now that we're near all this Neptune energy, because a lot of this is super subtle. The energy that I'm talking about is primarily energy that constitutes your inner world, right? You don't see your rational thinking process. That's within you. You don't see your beliefs or your spirituality. That's within you. This is all your inner world. So you're not only upgrading your magic, but you're upgrading your ability to perceive this. And a lot of you deep inside are manifesting through your own physical vessel, your own spiritual techniques. Let's put it this way. If the sixth house and Virgo is your technique, well, the 12th house and Pisces is your legend or your superpower or your supernatural ability. But we can think of Mercury as finishing off what it started in Aries and completing your mental process as it crosses the finish line of Neptune and literally changes the way you magic. Presto, flappo, boom. So, do you want to know how awesome this is? Once again, Jupiter and Scorpio had to dig deep so that you could realize you have something inside you. Jupiter and Sagittarius had to pretty much show you, not tell you, had to show you your magic crafting is trash. Like you're so much better. It's only trash because like you're so much better, but like you're doing this. When Jupiter and Sagittarius is like, yo, your magic is like up, up, up there, but you're doing this. Look, literally have to show you that, like, dude, you're capable of this. Why are you doing this? And so now it's in Capricorn. So your manifestation is on point. There's no more obstacles. The latter half of the zodiac is empty. There's no more obstacles. Everything that you are now perceiving is aligned and in flow with what your greatest being is. So other than that, after this Sun conjunction, the most important part of this retrograde is after the 26th, when we start this new cycle and Mercury retrogrades back into Aquarius. Because Mercury retrograding back into Aquarius is going to indicate having to reevaluate what you know. So Mercury went through Aquarius. You learned how to craft this advanced level of spells. It went into Pisces. You started crafting it. You started gaining experience. It nearly reaches Neptune. You come into a great epiphany that takes what you read in that book and upgrades your understanding, because up until the retrograde, you came into some blocks. Now you have the new cycle on the 23rd to the 26th. It goes back into Aquarius and you're reading an upgraded book. But more realistically, the book you were reading before, you now read with greater understanding. When you were going through before, you were just learning for the first time. Now it's like going back and reading a book after you've read it. You notice a couple more things, and then it's going to go direct, and then it's going to go back into Pisces on the 16th. So when it goes direct by mid-April, this is where shit gets funky and super magical. Because, and this is now where I have to kind of like pace this. Your blue buffalo happening is most likely going to occur when Mercury conjuncts Neptune. Mercury is going to conjunct Neptune. Sorry, mid-March, not April. But Mercury is going to connect April. Mercury is going to connect. Mercury is going to conjunct Neptune April 3rd at 19 degrees. You're going to manifest your creative vision materially. This is a new cycle where by the time it comes back around next year, you've manifested this advance. But get this, from March 16th to April 3rd, this is where you have your blue buffalo moment. This is where you inevitably make something impossible happen. Is it really impossible? Maybe to the old version of you, last year's version or the year 2 years ago, okay? But this is so very important because a lot of these transits are geared toward new cognitive function and a greater understanding of these mystic and extra dimensional themes. So just to be clear, right now we are in the pre-retrograde period before the invasion. I mean, the new moon. Said too much. Before the new cycle. The new cycle is amongst us. By the 26th, the sun is on Mercury retrograde. The moon has already started a new cycle in Aries, and you're going to be throwing these hands. Oh, did you know that? You're going to be throwing these magic hands. You're going to be spellcrafting people in their face and do like a FU spell or a you suck spell or a I hit you with these hands spell. So yeah, there's the Mercury where we are right now, and then there's the cycle, and then after the cycle is the Mercury back into Aquarius, and then after that is Mercury back into Pisces. Mercury coming back into Pisces is concluding everything that you've learned, and it's preparing you for war. Mercury is going to go back into Pisces, all right, March 16th. And by March 16th, now you know how to practice your spells. Now you're perfecting your magic spells. You're doing them every day. You're getting better. You're getting better. You're getting better. You're getting better. Boom. By April 3rd, I just made a blue buffalo appear out of thin air. It's nothing. It's nothing. Boom. I just made a car appear. It's nothing. Boom. And then it goes into Aries and it's wartime. And somebody crosses you and you have this dramatic speech and, you know. So, yeah, I would say the most important thing, by the way, Mercury is once again going to go into Aries April 10th. Okay. What's important here is while Mercury is in Pisces, the sun is in Pisces, and the sun is in Aries. The most important thing to examine during planet transits is where is the sun transiting? Because that gives you the context and the story. Well, we know that Mercury is transiting Pisces while the sun passes its retrograde phase and then enters into Aries before it. So your awareness is preparing you for war, okay? Let me tell you why this is nothing less than war. We are about to have the sun for the first time square Jupiter, Mars. Let me find out it's squaring Mars. Okay, it's gonna be squaring Mars. What's up? It's gonna be squaring Jupiter. It's gonna be squaring Pluto. Saturn and Mars is gonna be in Aquarius. Like, it's going down. And the reason why it's going down is this is the redefinition of your character in light of greater context and understanding of your cosmic and divine self. So facets of you that you literally just insta-download out of nowhere are going to now present themselves in situations that will inevitably clash with other egos. And the dramas that spark in April will last well beyond August before they meet their bitter end in October. And you come out victorious and rub it in their face. all November and December, and just rule all of 2021. You know what's very important though about this pre-retrograde phase? The pre-retrograde phase that we're going through right now is so important because the purpose of this Neptune and Pisces vibration is to tap you in to the actual sensing sensitively of energy in order to be a conduit of extra dimensional beings and vibrations. Okay. So Aquarius, so Capricorn prepared your body, right, to harness supernatural power. Aquarius was now the universe like, hey, I don't know if you don't already know this, but we exist. Celestials, ha ha ha, we're in this bitch. We really are here. Sign, synchronicity, high, angelic sightings, bye. Celestial emergence. Because see, you're not going to really see them until Jupiter and Saturn come in Aquarius, and this is built. But this was them just like, hey, we in this bitch. And now Pisces is you being able to feel the extra dimensional current and energy that they exude. Okay. So what's very, very important here is the way you feel into extra dimensional energy is what's not only going to change fundamentally, but this is building on everything that you've mastered. So it's not that you're going to feel this for the first time. You've been mastering this for the past 6 years. This is the pinnacle, climax, and culmination. What I'm saying is within this week, you are integrating your core essence with relevant extra dimensional forces that you are going to be connecting with in order to affect change in your reality. By the time we step into the 23rd to the 26th, you're aware of this. Okay, so like literally from now to the 23rd for the rest of the week, you're being visited by aliens. You're literally going to be, what does extra dimensional force, extra dimensional source, extra dimensional energy mean? If you're a moon in Pisces, you don't count because your soul is that source. If you're sun in Pisces, you don't count because you see it every day. For the rest of you, this energy is rearranging how you tap into Pisces in your chart, and an extra dimensional source, energy, entity are higher vibrational beings and existences that vibrate at levels of consciousness beyond the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. And Jay Electronica is about to drop. That's true. So like there are beings that interact with you outside of the third dimension that you cannot perceive because they are outside your third dimensional awareness. Do they not exist because you can't perceive them? These are the questions Mercury retrograding in Pisces will answer for you, because this retrograde is going to teach you how to perceive interaction, energy, causality, correlation with energy that is beyond this dimension. Then you're going to be aware of it beginning of next week. And it's like, oh, wow, this is a game changer. This is a complete game changer. And you're now beginning a whole new life cycle. Boom. Before Aries season, where you start wartime. That bitch said, what? Oh, okay. We are going to do a ceremony. Shout out to Carrie, who speaks alien all the time. We are going to do a ceremony now. Or ritual. So this is going to be a change of pace. This is a very receptive energy. We're all going to tune in to Neptune. Okay. We're all going to tune into Neptune. If you want to make a wish, you can make a wish. We're going to tune in our energy together. And then as our energy is tuned in together, we're going to tune into Neptune. And once we tune into Neptune, we're going to set the intention to receive whatever we need to receive from Neptune. And then we're going to take some time to literally receive the message. Because we're 300 plus strong, you're going to receive this message. And after the broadcast ends and we disperse, the collective message you saw is going to now make more sense. You're going to continue to tune in with Neptune after. Neptune's going to be tuning into you after. And be very mindful of what you do. So after we finish the ritual, you're welcome to share what individual symbol you get. It could be a symbol. It could be a picture of nothing. It could be squiggly lines. All you have to do is just be mindful and aware of what it is you received. The reason why we could do this group is vibey. The reason why this will work is we have Sun in Pisces here. I think Sharon's here. She's a Moon in Pisces. So all the Pisces energies that we have are going to be vibing with you as you tap it with Neptune. Shout out to the Sun and Moon conjunct Neptunes as well. But those with the Pisces energy, oh yes. And yes, please hit that like button if you haven't hit it already. So what we're doing right now is the simplest ritual. This is going to be the simplest ritual you've ever done. But it is bar none the most magical ritual we will ever do or have ever done, because we got to do some way more magical rituals. Just off the strength of the Sun being in Pisces. The Sun being in Pisces has officially turned on this magical energy. That's an analogy, but the reason why this is so lit. Oh, it's 1 degrees too. We lit. Nice. It's 10 degrees of orb into Mercury, and your boy is literally having his lunar return right now. I'm having a lunar return right now. Pluto just went 24 degrees. So you're tapping into my awakening energy too. So first step, get comfortable, guys. I'm going to tune into Neptune. So I'm going to be channeling Neptune. And as I channel Neptune, my magical vibes are going to flow through you. And as they flow through you, all you have to do is to just feel the collective energy connecting, okay? So this is very important. You see how we were just about to start this and a troll came through. That is not a coincidence. That was literally a frequency agent that was meant to literally kill the vibe. This is how magical what we're about to do is. So I'm going to channel Neptune, okay? And it's going to be funky. It's going to be crazy, whatever it is. Just vibe, go with the flow. But as I do this, I want you all to literally feel into the collective vibe. So like feel you, but we're going to now, you know how we usually connect. Agent Smith looking ass boy. Thank you. Agent Smith looking ass boy. Come on, please. So like, we're going to connect to all of us, but what's going to make this different is I want you to set the intention to connect to the collective conscious vibe around you. So you guys are going to help me with this because this is going to add supernatural quality to this. We're connecting with everything. So especially if you're Moon in Pisces, Sun in Pisces. So once again, as I'm tuning into Neptune under the sea, okay, all I need you to do is to feel everything that exists. Feel everyone in every country, feel the galaxies light years away, feel the magical land of the Teletubby realm, feel the Rugrats, feel Sherlock Holmes, feel the Golden Girls. The Golden Girls are literally in a different universe. Their season is done. Feel them too. Just feel everything, Okay. And I don't mean like the actors, I mean the actual sitcom in a different existence that isn't even real. Like, feel it all. That's all you have to do. This is going to amplify our reach. And then after that, we'll start the spell. What we're doing right now is an intense magical spellcraft. All right, what you got? Oh, that's how you feeling. It's how you feeling. It's how you feel, bruh. All right. All right. Oh, this is fire. We're tuning in. 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 What's up, folks? Channeling Neptune for you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They say why the boy corny. It's because he's horny. Playing Farmville. That's the worst game ever. Still. Tune in to me, you'll tune in to all, and you'll tune in to see what I do. Magic is just who you be, not what you see, unless you see me. Oh yeah, I'm free, cruising through the sky. Pisces constellations, I don't deal with constellations, I be never faking. I'm just tuning in while the earth's aching, quaking. You know your boy baking, aching, while your heart's shaking. Oh. And what rhymes with O? Yeah. So tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. Tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. I'm just saying tune in, cause it rhymes with tune in, yeah. Tune in, tune in, tune in, bow, bow. Tune in now, I sound like an alibi, bow. What I say don't make sense, it's just a vibe, it's here dance. But this next thing I'll say is actually okay. Like you're gonna hear it, you're gonna be like, okay. Wait. There's about 1 million ghosts around you that you call spiritual guides that hound you. They just wanna be to your soul. But hey, you don't have to let them know that you go way too go. You can command them to and say, yo, get the hell out my space before I summon a deity to reach your face. And then I bum it. Not like I bum it, because I'm not a bum. It's kind of crazy how I spit lit. Like I'm just spitting fire. And I'm going to do that till I retire. I bet you didn't hear that coming. So just tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, yeah. Just tune in, tune in. Tune in, tune in, tune in. You just gotta tune in. Saying if you tune in, then you'll tune in. Cause we're tuning. No, like this is a cartoon and the smallest measurement is a plank, which is like a pixel. So this is like an anime and I'm just like, I get, so I had to, yeah. So tune in, tune in, tune in. I didn't know what to say, so I just said tune in, yeah. Word, that deserves a Grammy. That deserves a whole Grammy. All right, yo. I'm gonna start putting these on iTunes. All right, now that we have tuned in, Neptune, I hope you're not mad. Now that we have tuned in, real go shit, amen. All right, now that we have tuned in, now all we have to do is be receptive. That's literally it. This is the easiest ritual ever. So now that we've tuned into ourselves and the universe, make a wish. And after you make that wish and intention, we're going to spend the next 2 minutes just being receptive. So you can close your eyes and just pick up anything you pick up. And let's begin. I would say from now for the next 40 seconds, focus on your wish and intention now for the next 30 seconds. And now for the next minute and a half, just receive. Tune into Neptune and just receive. Nice. I'm getting that some of you didn't see visions, but you picked up vibes. That's also a way of receiving. So you'll probably understand it in a different way, maybe as a feeling. So that's it. Um, what's very important, thought bots, you're right. What's very important is did you try and understand it? Make sure, I think I saw butterflies for a bit. Make sure, and you're welcome to type what you saw. I see Kaizenko saw music, which is awesome. Make sure you're not trying to understand it. It shouldn't have to make sense. Like if you're trying to pick up a message, this is what you probably received. It should have felt like your imagination was just imagining, because that's all it is. All we did was just imagine. We set an intention, and you will dream it tonight. You really just wanted to let your imagination roam wild, and just pay attention to what you saw. It was pitch black in my eyes. I saw maybe a image of a butterfly, maybe, but like I didn't see anything. But I'm an Earth moon, so I just more picked up vibes. But like some of you might have really saw something. Oh, so keep that in mind. The wish you made. Let me tell you something about the wish you made. Pick a card, any card. Thank you, Brooklyn. Awesome, Melissa. I saw a whole bunch of colors. Car engine. Oh, this one fell out. The Lord of perfected success. You wished for bliss. You wished for bliss, didn't you? You wished to be in that spiritual partnership or manifest your dream job. I love how I have the luxury of being ultra vague, because I know you've seen this card fly out. Whatever you wished, it had to do pretty much Mars and Pisces with you coming in. Some of you compromised too. You didn't want to sound like you wanted romance. Well, you wanted romance, baby. You wanted to be in that dream relationship with that dream job, with that happily ever after. You wished for that happily ever after, didn't you? Some of you fronting too. You're like, no, I wished for serious stuff. Yes, you did. Did anyone see this card fly out my deck? Did anyone see this? Am I tripping, or did you see this card like fly out my deck right now? Because you look at you out here, friend. Look at you. Look at you. Of course. I did too. I was fretting too. I was all like, I don't want her. Yes, I do. I want the happily ever. Well, that's what you're getting. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's absolutely nothing you can do. You're going to be happy. You're going to get exactly what you just wished for. But do you know that you're getting it now? And it's going to peak when Mars is in Pisces. Actually, let me give you that date because it's going to be unscrupulous how this actually plays out. Like, oh my God. Oh, wow. How? What? Really? The peace dealer was not lying. May 13th is when this climaxes, my friend. May 13th. Do you know you just wished for a happily ever after? Do you think Neptune was just like, watch me work. Watch me work. I know you saw that. So the reason why I wanted to pull is so you can know I'm not a fake magician. Y'all know I'm Magic Mike. Y'all know I'm Magic Mike. We are the $1 billion vibe tribe. Okay, Infinity Club up in this B. All right. This is a peak experience that you're manifesting right now. Because let's actually clap for ourselves. The reason why I wanted to pull this, I just wanted some confirmation because I wanted to tell you that we just connected our energy, sat, made a wish, and literally just imagined for a minute and a half. And because we did that super simple ass ritual, we are manifesting our wish come true right now. Thank you, MLQ. Salute. Loving that numerology too. So now everything is going to manifest now and gradually reach its climax beginning March 13th. What's up, my friend? May 13th, May 14th, my bad. May 14th. Because Mars has to go through Aquarius and actually connect this with your collective. So I wanted more clarification because I'm nosy. And I got the 4 of Pentacles and the Wands. So this is financial stability, bliss, and happiness. Y'all, for y'all who read tarot, you know how crazy this is right now. So 4-4 twin flame. All right, never mind. But other than that, I'm gonna end this off on one note. La 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 la. La 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 la. I don't even know why I'm singing. I don't even know where that freaking came from right now. Wow. All right. All right, my bad. So I want to leave you with this. If there's nothing that you got from what I said about you stepping into higher magic potential and just supernaturally magicking your life, because magic is now a verb for you, just get this. Do you believe in miracles? Do you believe in miracles on command? Do you believe in miracles on command? Like that, okay? Because you have to still go with the flow here. That's the thing. Thank you so much, Holistically Me. You have to still be willing to go with the flow. So this is basically TLDR. Okay, this is basically TLDR. I know I laugh. I have a mental problem. I laugh at my own jokes. It's not funny. I need to stop doing that. It's embarrassing. No, but really, TLDR. If there's nothing you got from this, do you believe in miracles? believe in miracles / magic. But if you want to do the Uranus and Taurus hack and the homework, believe in miracles on command. That's it. Okay. Mercury and Pisces in a nutshell. Believe in miracles actively. All right. Mercury and Pisces next level edition. Believe in miracles on command. Your homework is to make a miracle happen on command. That is the whole purpose of this transit. Capricorn, Taurus, taking this divine awareness and perception, making it happen for real. Instant manifestation, baby. Co-create and work with the universe. And that's just one level. It doesn't have to be that. The miracle could be that you grow closer with your family or you kick an addiction. But instant manifestation, baby. What's up? What's up? Are you ready for your wish to come true? Oh, be pregnant. That's amazing. So, yeah, I'm going to end this transit talk here. Once this broadcast ends, your energy, all our collective energy, even if you leave, will disperse. You're instantly going to see this come in. And then everything that comes in, the new moon is going to manifest, and you need to nurture this. That's the last thing I have to say. It's not that it's going to manifest. It's going to manifest, but you have to nurture it. It's going to manifest like a baby chick. So you can get it, but if you just expect the baby chick to just do whatever, you're going to manifest the miracle, and then you're not going to nurture it. So you need to nurture it till May 14th. Everything that you wished for is coming true now, but it's going to manifest like a baby. You need to nurture. It's going to grow really quick though, because it's a magical being, and you need to nurture it by May 14th. And then May 14th, you can let it go. May 14th, you can let it go, and then boom, baby, you're good to go. Oh, all right. I'm going to do, but once this broadcast ends, boom. All right, boom. Whew. That was amazing. Thank you guys. I'm going to start with the super chat. Aqua Elliott, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's wrong with me? I'm sorry. What's up? Boom. Shaka laka. Ooh, okay. This card fell out. 8 of Swords. Boom. You are canceling negative thoughts. You are canceling negative mindsets, Aqua Elliott. Ooh, what are these cards coming out? Lord of Success Unfulfilled. You've been patient with yourself. Okay, it's not that you're canceling thoughts. Jesus. All the cards that are coming out are like anxiety cards. So this is telling me that like you're kicking that shit out of your life. But like you've taken time to work with limiting beliefs, and you're now addressing it as it is. So it should feel like it sucks. It should actually feel like it sucks. And that means you're literally breaking through, it should feel like you're getting worse at it, but you're actually getting, it's so weird to say, like it should feel like you're getting worse at it, but that's you breaking through. All right. We got the 4 wands for you. So Aqua Elliott, you're coming into results for your hard work. Lord of perfected work. This is very festive energy. Ooh, you getting hooked up, bro. We got the Ace of Wands, we got the 6 of Pentacles, but we have this limiting energy again with the 8 of Swords. You start something new, right? You're coming into financial flow, give and take, helping out loans, helping people. But that 8 of Swords is your breakthrough moment. All the limiting beliefs and fears that you used to have are now being replaced with new actions that break you through into this 4 of Wands space. Ow. Dude, I was about to do this, and I did this. All right. I'm good. I'm whatever. Holistically me, thank you so much. Oh, what the hell? Wow. I don't know why I just did that right now. Zach Lentz. I mean, I know I'm kind of dumb, but still, damn. Zach Lentz. Anastasia, thank you so much. Christian, I got you too. Ooh. I think you've been patiently waiting, Zach, for something to pop off, and it's popping off now. Zach, we have the 10 of Swords. So the underlying theme of this is the end of a difficult situation, the death. Something is finally over, and that makes sense because there's the Tower card. But look at what we have at the end. Your wish come true. The 10 of Cups. Look at that. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you had to deal with this either toxic influence or lesson, or, you know, lesson probably in the past. And then we see the Tower. Boom. This could actually be you connecting with this queen too. Oh my gosh, Zach, it looks like you're insta connecting with this queen, like a deep connection. All right. Because the Tower is representing the end of something leading into like a very, very satisfying conclusion. So I really hope that makes sense, because the underlying theme of this is the end of something, the end, like the definite end of that cycle, which is very interesting. Nafis Sabir, got you. Zach Lantz, good question. It was Zach Lantz. Princess of Wands. Nafis, we have the Princess of Wands, which the underlying theme of this is you're coming into very exciting news. And around this period, you want to be willing to do things you've never done before, things that rev your heart and inspire you forward. Okay. Oh, nice. Thank you, Nafis. Ooh, my bad. Damn. Yo, my bad. This is fire. Yo. All right. So you're stepping in some really exciting news. We got the Ace of Cups, the Emperor, and the Fool. You're stepping into a whole new path of divine masculine power. And it's like the Ace of Cups is like a new spiritual connection that's going to be the source of your power, and you're going to go on a new adventure where you're still rigid, but you have to be open-minded. That's lit. And I think that's why it's going to be exciting with the Page of Wands, new possibilities, new wonder. That's very powerful. That's very amazing. Sir, she said nothing. What is the currency of that? I'm not sure what CA is. Yeah, Nafis, good stuff. Oh, okay. I wanted to make sure for sure. So that's like $15. I have the Two of Pentacles for you. The Two of Pentacles is the underlying theme is you multiplying your money flow by really keeping the ball rolling. Actually, this is also Jupiter and Capricorn too. So it's speaking of your Jupiter and Capricorn transit. Oh, you got some nice cards too. We got the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Three of Cups. So this is actually just like the confirmation cards we pulled. The Lord of Harmonious Change. So it looks like you're switching up the way you work. And based on how your productivity, especially if you started a new business, let's say, the operations you're going to be working on are definitely going to step you into abundance and celebration. But I don't even see this as like anything you have to do. It's just everything that's happening. This is really amazing. That Three of Cups, you're going to be celebrating. Hopefully the screen won't freeze. And then Venus, if you can't send super chat, I do have PayPal links that you can use. All right, Sharon, we have the Queen of Cups. This is you deeply in love. This is you tapping in to your heart and your deeper psychic energy, probably through your Pisces moon. Sir, she said nothing. No problem. That was really, the energy I got was very positive and like vibrant. So I feel like you're going to feel like your hard work has paid off. It's going to be amazing. Sharon, I need you to confirm with me this dynamic because we see this knight and this queen here next to the Four of Cups. No problem, Nafis. Thank you for that confirmation. Very much appreciated. So we have the Four of Cups. This knight seems to be an individual, and the queen seems to be you. You don't seem to be playing games. I mean, she has someone's head in her hands. But can you make sense of this for me? Because I would definitely like to know some context. This is speaking of perhaps deliberations between, because the knight is a message that you contemplate and then make a decision off of. But it almost seems like perhaps a meeting of minds calmly. And it's almost as if the Queen of Cups pours this water. So I'm not necessarily entirely sure how this makes sense, to be honest. But a recent message that you've been sitting on is definitely going to step you in accordingly. I feel like you're going to see the message from this more than me saying it. I feel like it has more of a visual meaning. So I'm just going to show this to you. Cool. Let me pull another clarifier. Sure. Okay. This it seems to be tied around a new project, maybe that has been delayed or that you've been kind of defensive over, like a project you've been keeping very secret. It's definitely tied into sharing the mysteries of the divine, but this is about you finally manifesting this. So, I mean, I'm just not necessarily sure where the Knight and the Four of Cups comes in, but I think this is you contemplating that really, and letting the necessary figures gather together. Because the Queen of Swords could actually be another woman who you connect with to do this, and then the Knight of Swords could be her son or something, or someone else entirely too. What potentialities could I experience this transit? I got you, Christian. As far as potentialities, especially with your natal energy, this is all about dealing with other people. This is all about dealing with other people and changing your philosophy based on what other people show you on concerning your influence and how it affects them. This is definitely going to fine tune a lot of your behavior around people, a lot of your finesse, and really streamline more deeper intimacy in connecting with those you can trust. Oh, nice. 144. Sweet. So, not surprisingly, this is also going to bring brand new experiences. And I love how I pull that based on your question, what potentialities could I experience? Uranian ones. This is all about not only new experiences, but experiencing everything in a new way, like gaining a crazy epiphany. You're going on an adventure of potentiality. We have the 10 of Wands, which is what you're moving away from, that you're literally moving away from burden and you're stepping into abundance. You're stepping away from burden and responsibility and into more celebration, and you're stepping into victory, baby. Woohoo! That's awesome. So the 10 of Wands stepping into the 6 of Wands is really just ditching the lame stuff you don't have to do and just stepping into what you know you're good at with who you know supports that. This is really amazing, actually. And I'm super glad I pulled that for you. We have playful and success came out for you. So Christian, you winning, bruh. Differences, oath, yeah. That's amazing. All right. And a romance oracle. Honeymoon. Enjoy this. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. I'm a Scorpio, don't mind me. That's hilarious. And as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. A lot of this honeymoon phase is going to come with a lot of forgiving and learning. Remember, also learning like how to connect more intimately and getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Whoop. Oh, you got me. All right, guys, I'm going to end this broadcast and start the show. Oh, y'all stay blessed as always. Thank you, Christian. I'm so glad I was able to pull that for you. And until next time, peace.